This episode of Rookie Hunter is brought to you by the Wild Sheep Foundation. Become a member, join the Lesson 1 Club, and attend their annual convention, Sheep Show, Reno, Nevada in 2020. For more information, go to wildsheepfoundation.org. Hey guys, gals, welcome to episode 108 of Rookie Hunter. Today on the show, we're back in the studio just to discuss a few things. Admittedly, we're both itching to get out into the field and do some recording out there. And I know you guys are wanting that too. We've had a few emails and stuff come in, just guys saying, hey, when are you getting out and do a bear episode? We're working on it. We want to get out there, do an overnighter next week. So hoping to bring you guys on that hunt with us. Kelly's also got some plans to do some fishing. And I think we might do a podcast in a boat. You can look forward to those and get outside the studio, get us doing something. We've been too busy to take in the outdoors, and it's time that we finally got out there. Please become a member of the Wild Sheep Foundation. Their quarterly journal just arrived in my mailbox. The journal isn't your average membership book that you get. This thing is it's quality stuff, nice paper, which makes a difference. Good stories, good photography. I look forward to seeing it in my mailbox, and Kelly made it as the centerfold this year. I think my spread was better last year, but you can pick your way through there if you've already got one and see if you can find Kelly in there. As you know, Sitka Gear is a supporter of the show. You can see all of our Sitka gear by going to therookieHunter.com. Click on the gear tab. There's one for myself, one for Kelly. You can have a look at what we're wearing. Right now, I'd say if you guys are doing some, some higher country bear hunts, or you have some sheep hunts planned for August, the Jetstream vest would be a good one to have a look at. Nice on those cool nights, keeps the wind off you, keeps you comfortable out there. You can have a look at that and everything else, or you can go to sitkagear.com and put together your hunting kit. Not sure what you need, you can give those guys a call and they'll help you get exactly what you need for whatever hunt you're doing. Of course, go check out North Arm Knives. They've been supplying us with our blades for quite a while now. We love them. They'll be coming with us up north. Again, northarmknives.com. Before we jump into this episode, anybody who's submitted a review to us before June 13th, which is the day that I'm recording this, you have a decal coming to you in the mail. If you don't get one by next week, send us an email, info@therookieHunter.com. We might have missed you. I'm pretty sure I got everybody, but don't want you to feel left out. If you want a decal, you can still get involved. We have tons of them now. All you have to do is leave us a rating and review in iTunes. Take a screenshot of it with your phone. Send that to us along with your mailing address if you're in North America. That includes the United States. And we'll get a decal off into the mail. Let's get into this episode. Sit back, relax, crack a nice cold beer, and enjoy episode 108. Oh man, that is delicious. Whew. What is that, Cal?
The wind catcher.
Wind catcher. So I was in Victoria last week, or the week before. Can't even remember now. Everything's a blur these days. And I went to Driftwood Brewing. Can't talk. Got marbles in my mouth. Driftwood Brewery. Right to the tasting room, and got two sort of special, like limited release beers.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy who was running the tasting bar there said that he loaded up on this stuff because he loved it, and I think they're almost out of it. So
yeah, it's a 10th anniversary sour ale.
Yeah.
So if you can grab this in the stores before Mike and I do, then
yeah. Well, I don't know if it's if we can really get it here.
It's just in store or in the brewery.
It might be, yeah, or maybe if you're in Victoria, you could find it. But
yeah, definitely a fan of sours, and this is a sour, which isn't a bad thing.
But it's got lots of flavor to it too, though. It's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's awesome, and it's about 30 degrees here. It feels like today. So
this is the perfect beer for today.
Yeah, these are the beers that are.
Man,
nice.
I should have got more of these. I'm kind of kicking myself now.
Yeah, should have got a box.
Yeah,
this is 7.3% too, so you got to be careful with this one.
Definitely drinking that in the sun.
Yeah,
will knock you on your ass.
Indeed.
Oh, we got a question here, Kelly. So we haven't done this in a while. Put up the old Insta. Fuck, I haven't even really looked at Instagram at all lately, man, over the last couple weeks here, and I think our account probably reflects that too.
Yeah, I started throwing the camera on the pack belt recently, so hopefully we'll get a little more photos. Threw up a picture of the squirrel the other day.
Yeah, nice.
I see a lot of does, but I don't see a lot of. It's pretty warm out, right? So I feel like the animals are kind of in that thick stuff bed down.
That's
when I'm
where
out
I would
there.
be. Yeah, for sure. Fitzy17 says, Mike, your voice is quite soothing. Have you ever thought of recording an audiobook? No, I haven't. But I was trying to convince Shane Mahoney to record one. And he said, a lot of people have actually suggested that I do that. Shane, if you're listening,
That's pretty good.
You should come in. I'll do it for free, Shane. If you want to come into the bank vault here, the vocal booth, record an audiobook. And no.
We'll write it. Shane reads it.
Yeah.
Lessons from the Rookie Hunter, as read by Shane Mahoney.
Cool, man. There's one thing that we can touch on, and that is the fact that CWD, or chronic wasting disease, popped up in Libby, Montana, which is only 50 kilometers as the crow flies from the border of BC, and that was in a whitetail. So that's it's getting closer.
It's scary.
I always felt like with the Rockies being between us and Alberta, that was sort of a barrier, but that's a little too close.
Do you think it's a natural progression, or do you think it's like people hauling meat across?
I don't know, man. I think because it's only been the one that's tested, I don't know. It's hard to say. I wasn't able to read much more than just that it was confirmed that this thing had tested positive. And I guess maybe it's a good thing it's a whitetail because they don't migrate as far as a mule deer might and cross over the border.
Yep.
But still not good.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, it just takes somebody transporting hay with deer piss on it and game over. But
exactly.
Hopefully they're not doing that across the border anyways. But yeah, kind of scary, man, because whitetail and mule deer are often, hanging out in the same areas. And if a mule deer decides to 50K, that they can do that for migration.
Oh yeah, mule deer can do a long distance for sure.
Yeah.
I think up to like 200 miles or something.
So it's a possibility. And that's something I don't want to see. And I got an email today, and people who should be aware of it are obviously aware of it, and they're going to try and get ahead of it. So
yeah,
that's good news, I guess. So we shall do our part to see what we can do to raise awareness and keep it out of BC, because man, that's a scary one. That and Movi with sheep, it's depressing to see animals suffering like that. Is rough.
Yeah, it's good we have people with eyes on it, and I guess it's good that they caught that test. So I guess we'll keep our eyes on it and see how that progresses.
Yeah.
The other thing related kind of close to home for us is the South Okanagan Similkameen National Park, and the response closed. The provincial call for response is closed, but you can still go to the BC Wildlife Foundation website and provide feedback on that. I think they have a letter actually drafted, and all you do is put your name in, your address. You basically read the letter, make sure you're good with it.
Yeah.
Hit send, and it'll go to your MLA. Yeah. It'll go to the province. Like, it's a good.
That's a nice system they got set up because it makes it easy for people to do it, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, everybody's busy, and as much as folks care about this stuff, they're also like running back from work and taking their kids back from school and going to the doctor, and like it just. It's hard to sit down and write a letter, right? But they kind of do that for you and hit all the keynotes. So, of course, the best thing to do is always just phone and talk to talk to your MLA. But if you can't, this is kind of the next best thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I actually just sent mine before I sat down.
Oh, while you were waiting for me?
Yeah.
Nice. Man, this beer is it's fucking delicious. That's all I have to say about it. It's my review.
Yeah.
Dear Driftwood Brewery, your fucking beer is delicious.
A plus. End of podcast.
And I'm out. Shall we do a dog update, Cal?
I guess. I mean, I kind of feel like it's embarrassing at this point.
Well, let's start with some good news.
You had, so let's start with the good news.
Oscar's sleeping on the couch and he still has a pulse, so that's good.
So the egg sandwich he ate last time didn't give him a
no, it just gave him more energy.
Stroke. So
I've been way more paranoid than Ashley has as far as like getting him back into exercise, just because it was just me and Oscar when that whole thing happened. So it's kind of, I just just that whole image of him
Mhm.
falling, like all that stuff is fresh in my head, and I'm like, I want
Yeah.
to take this slow.
Similar to
So
Norris launching off that cliff. Like,
yeah, exactly.
so Bree would be more inclined to take him out
Yeah,
without a leash, whereas
yeah.
I'm kind of like, I don't trust him anymore.
No, yeah, no, exactly. So we started going out slowly, taking him for hikes again, because like you just don't know. Because when they told us that, prepare yourself, he's probably not going to live
Mhm.
till the next day, and then so that's in your head, and it's like, well, what can he do? Is he going to collapse every time he comes up the stairs now? But like the vet said, just like slowly reintroduce him to exercise, and just you have to have a quality of life. So does a dog. So just
Yeah.
be cautious, but do your thing. So
Mm.
slowly started going out to where I do my morning hikes, and slowly doing a bit more each day. We're probably doing like 3 kilometers with him up there now, and there's like a pretty good uphill and that there.
Mhm.
And then on Sunday we took him out with his buddy Cash, who's a big old ridgeback, and they were going fucking bananas and running around like morons. And I was like, slow down, like yelling at them and stuff.
Yeah.
She's like, just let them go. And they were totally fine. So,
Yeah.
so I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about it. Really, we got to do a checkup with him again next week.
Mm.
But yeah, I was just saying to Ash, it's like, I hate it because I want to go bear hunting with them. Like I'm okay to go on my own, but I just feel like I'm sort of cheating on the dog if I'm going out for a backpack hunt without him. It just doesn't feel right. So that part is hard, but it's like, well, maybe I should try it, but I don't want to kill him either.
Yeah. I mean, I think from my perspective, it seems like there's a boundary
Yeah.
to like where you would want to take him.
Yeah.
If you want to go past that boundary, maybe it's better to kind of let him relax
Yeah.
as opposed to dragging him on like a 3-day hike, right?
Yeah. Not so much that, but if I want to go out and do just like a full,
Just a day.
where I want to hike into.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which he just did a couple of weeks ago and was fine. So yeah.
That's
weird.
still quite a ways though.
That is far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really far.
And it's getting warm too. So
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, I don't want to risk that kind of stuff, but it just sucks when your other hunting buddy, yeah, you're not sure if he can come with you anymore. It sucks.
Yeah.
But
well, the way he's laying here, I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't be too disappointed if he just chilled at home
That's true.
with the air conditioning.
He is sleeping a lot more than
Yeah.
than he used to, but
He is getting old. Like, how old is he in dog years now? Probably
Well-
90 or something?
I think he's like at least 70 something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's funny. We looked at two. There was one dog calculator, and it was like for Purina dog food.
Hmm.
And it said he was like 88 or something like that. And then we found
Yeah.
another one that said he was like 68 or whatever.
Mm.
But we were just kind of laughing, like, yeah, he's in his 80s if we were feeding him that
Yeah.
shitty dog food his whole life. But
Yeah, it depends what food chart you're using.
yeah,
Hot dogs but yeah, I don't know. There's one at one of the vets in town that's pretty good, and it's kind of like there's like an exponential curve to it. Like the
yeah,
years they go really quick at first, and then
Yeah.
they slow down
exactly.
or reverse exponential or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But yeah,
Anyways, he's up there, and this guy's done a lot of cool stuff in his day. So it's all right if he wants to chill out now.
he deserves it.
Yeah, selfishly, I just want to be out there with him all the time.
Yeah.
Let's throw it over to Norris, that little bastard.
Yeah, Norris, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like, I don't have an update, but just in the last couple of days is like he won't let me open his mouth. Like I've noticed, like, he'll yelp once in a while, just out of nowhere. I'm
Hmm.
like, what is going on with this dog, man? Like every week there's something new. So it's getting frustrating, and I feel bad for the guy, but usually it's like he's eating something, right?
Right.
Like he got into something or whatever. There's something kind of blocked, and it usually works itself out.
Yeah,
So when he yelps, it's usually like, his side is sore. He's got some stomach issues or whatever. And
Right.
usually if I like push on those areas, I know where it is.
yeah.
I couldn't find that. So then I like slowly, I don't know, something cued me to kind of like look at his mouth. I tried to open his mouth a bit, and he just starts yelping. I can't open his jaw without him yelping. So I have no idea, man. We're bringing him in again.
Yeah.
Another vet bill. So if anyone kind of knows what has experience with that, then let me know. But
Yeah.
I like to stay away from Google and all that shit. Like,
Oh,
It's just like humans, right? Like
Jesus,
if you're
man.
sick
Yeah.
and you Google it, it's
Cancer.
the worst. Yeah,
You're
exactly.
gonna die. Yeah.
So I stay away from that.
Yeah,
just-
I hear you.
We'll bring him in and get him checked out.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
we
he could
gotta
have got stung in the mouth or something for all
could
I
have.
know.
Yeah, maybe does he chew on sticks or anything? He might have something
Yeah.
lodged in his gums or
Yeah. You know what his favorite thing is pine cones.
Oh yeah.
So we got those 2 pine trees and he
right.
just like dismantles pine cones one little, what do you call those? One little scale at a time.
Right.
So weird dog, man.
Yeah, well, we need to get him back out there.
Yeah.
Because,
yeah. And I mentioned that on the last podcast. It's like physically,
yeah,
he's
he's
doing pretty good.
getting there. Yeah.
But it's just like something new every week. It's
Yeah.
driving me nuts.
Well, if we're retiring Oscar, Norris better get his shit together so we can start bringing him out there. We're gonna have to put
Who
an
else is
orange.
going to carry the beer?
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna have to put an orange vest on him because people might think he's a little
Yeah.
bear or something running around.
It's true.
Fluffy little guy.
Yep.
We got a question as we're going here from Caden. They said, when are you guys gonna shoot another bear? Your stories from last year were great. We need some more. I agree, man. The only reason why, well, we were getting out early in the season, and I think that was sort of working against us, just because it was too early. And you and I have been on the road quite a bit over the last couple of weeks here.
Yeah, too much.
So I'm hoping this week is another ridiculous week. The next week is a bit calmer for me. I don't know what yours is like, but I really want to get out there. Hopefully it's the two of us. If not, I want to get out there on my own and try and get a bear because
Yeah, I'd like to kind of make that. If the two of us can get out, that'd be awesome. And if I can take a day or whatever, maybe we go out on the weekday.
yeah,
That'd be awesome
Yeah,
because
that'd
I'd
be
like
good.
to throw some gear in my pack and go. You'll probably need a little help if you get a bear down too, because just the hide alone
Yeah, I know,
is
it's
like
heavy.
a pack load.
Yeah.
So it'd be good if you had another person.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going that far.
yeah,
And also, I'd like to test the old legs out,
yeah, for sure, man.
get them going. I've been
Yeah.
doing more like 5-6K loops, like
Nice.
as much as possible, and things are pretty good. Similar to the dog, like another frustration has just been like my leg, which I've mentioned multiple times. Like, to be completely honest, I'm still a bit concerned about it heading
Right.
into this sheep hunt,
Right.
which is like another pretty frustrating thing. But yeah, just doing whatever I can, right? Like whether it's at home with the band type or strength training exercises and flexibility,
Yeah.
doing as much of that as I can, and then focusing just on getting out there and hiking as much as possible.
Yeah.
But it's always a balance. Like in some injuries, it's about like pushing through it and just getting out there because
Yeah.
you just have angry legs and you got to push through it.
Yeah.
And in other cases,
Just keep
It's about
setting your-
rest.
Yeah. Setting
So-
yourself back.
yeah, so I don't know. It's hard to judge that sometimes, but that's another frustrating thing because up to about this year, it was the
Last year.
last year we went in for a couple days. Was kind of the first time I ever had an issue.
That
with-
wasn't good, man.
no.
Yeah, you were hurting.
So yeah, that's always in the back of my mind, especially with something like this.
Yeah, well, we definitely need to get out before we go.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that's not going to be a problem because I can't fit you in my backpack.
Yeah, we need to take the big 10,000 cubic inch Kafaru if that was the case.
Yeah. You know what we'll need is, those big inflatable balls that people can go inside of?
Oh, yeah.
And they roll down hills?
Yeah.
We're up
Oh,
on
that'd be extreme.
We'll just send you down to the valley bottom in that thing.
Is there a lightweight hang glider? Maybe
Yeah,
I
don't
can
know.
just hang glide off the top right back to camp.
A pterodactyl.
Uh,
We'll just tie you to a big kite or something.
yeah. The dart.
Yeah.
That'll be my new nickname.
So yeah, I guess we can segue into that. Is just how are you feeling about what are we 2.5 months away, or how far is this away?
2 months.
2 months.
2 months and like 6 days, maybe?
Jesus.
7 days.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, man. Like it's tough because life gets in the way in terms of training and everything. But I don't know. I just think like at least, that 5 to 10K hike range, if you can do that as much as possible,
Yeah.
just keep pushing it. And like over the last month, it's definitely progressed in the right direction. Like every time I go on that hike, as soon as I started heading downhill, give it about 5 minutes and I'd start just feeling it. Like it wasn't enough to stop my hike, but it was like, oh, I can feel it, and that's frustrating. Like, why am I feeling this at all?
Yeah.
But went out the last time and basically went through the whole hike and didn't feel a thing. So as long as it keeps progressing in that direction, I think I got time to make sure this is all good.
Yeah.
I keep going back to like what the cause was, and I just think it was that run where I just tried to push it and felt it right at the last like 0.1 kilometers.
Yeah.
So
just avoid running.
Yeah. No more running for me.
Yeah. For now anyways, until you figure that shit out.
Yeah. And that's the other thing too, is like I kind of like threw everything out the window because I don't know what's causing what. So I'm just sticking to hiking.
Yeah. Reintroduce one thing at a time. I think hiking is going to be the important thing. So if you can, remove that from the equation of what's bugging you, then that's a good start.
Yeah.
So.
And then once we're done with this hunt, I'll go back to like biking and everything else. But
I got my bike back in action, and I've got this that fucking run in July coming up, and I don't know, you could probably hear it. I'm just like dying from allergies. So running is just like, I feel like I'm got bricks tied to my back and I'm running through quicksand. It's horrible, man. So
you said like Alaris and all that doesn't work for you?
No, I try everything, and I've been eating allergy pills like crazy and shooting nasal spray up my nose. I even did that before I came down here, just so I wasn't sounding too plugged up. But so it makes it tough to run. So I've been trying to kind of hiding out inside and doing more stuff on the bench and going to yoga. And I think I'm gonna go tomorrow and grab just a 10 punch pass for the gym, the H2O center there, and just go in there and kind of hide out indoors. As much as I hate that, just do some of that type of stuff. And as soon as this sort of heads over, I gotta start running a lot more, trying to get myself out there. And I've been actually going out on the bike so I can cover more ground quicker and at least get out and do something. But running's tough like this, man, when you can't fucking breathe properly.
Yeah.
And then because I'm outside running through all the pollen and shit, it just like get home and I just want to kill myself. It's brutal. It sucks. This year in particular, man, I think it's like one of the worst years. And I've heard people who say that like their allergies usually aren't that bad. This year have been like one of the worst years for those people too. So mine are always like kind of shitty, but this year in particular has just been off the charts.
Do you find it's getting worse every year?
I don't know. I just feel like this was a bad year for some reason. I think it depends on like what the weather's like. Like if it's, a gradual shift from spring into summer, it's not so bad. But if you get a stretch of, I'm totally talking out my ass here. I don't know if this is a thing or not, but hot weather and everything starts blooming really quickly all at once. And so I don't know. But anyways, just an excuse, but I'm trying to find alternatives because running's just not fun like this. So spend more time inside and just keep doing the yoga thing. And
running's not fun when you can't see where you're going and you can't breathe.
Eyes are itchy and watery. Anyways, I feel like I'm just bitching and complaining. But to be honest, if we had to leave tomorrow, I'd be feeling pretty good, I think. Yeah. Just because I've done lots throughout pretty much the whole year, really leading up to this thing. But falling off track a little bit just because of this. But yeah, like I say, doing some more stuff inside, which is good, man. Just to have a little bit of variation in it because I was doing so much running and so much hiking with the pack and stuff like that. And I don't know, switch it up a little bit. But I definitely want to do a bit more long distance running as I lead up to this 22-kilometer race. And then, just keep spending time with the pack. But I'm excited. Is there anything else you're thinking about with this trip that, other than fitness?
No, I mean, I think both of us have been generally like anti-trekking pole during the course of our hunting careers. And part of that's because like I never had a reason to use them. And I don't think you've ever really had a reason to use them. Like we like using our hands. I usually carry my rifle in my right hand, but my experience with this frustrating like bullshit about my knee is like, I'm going to overcompensate to prevent. Right. It's more of a preventative thing. Yeah,
right. But that could work against you too, though.
Yeah, but I think like I watched some videos on how to use trekking poles,
right?
Which kind of shifts my mentality about them. You're supposed to use the wrist straps
Oh yeah,
You're
for
supposed
sure.
to put your hand up
Yeah.
through them and then down. And then the wrist, like you should be putting that pressure on the wrist straps and distributing the force through the poles. But not only just for that hunt in particular, but to ensure that we can continue doing this like until we're 60
Yeah.
or 70, I think it's smart to start using them now, because that wear and tear on your knee is like, as much as it's great to be able to handle it, like through being fit,
Yeah.
I think it is like constantly like taking its toll on you, right?
Yeah.
So if you can minimize and use that longevity, like as you get older, I think trekking poles is a good idea for that.
I've been using them for trail running.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's the same thing. You're going up and down hills and stuff like that. But
Right.
you know where they bug me the most is when you're going through brush and that, because they're like constantly like kicking. The brush is like knocking them in front of you, and I just feel like these things are just like tripping me up and getting in my way. And
especially running. Yeah.
yeah, well, yeah, and even just like with a backpack on. And
Yeah.
the last time I packed out a mule deer, they were just getting in my way. Like I needed to have my hands so I could like hold onto rocks, because it had rained and it was slippery and stuff like that. And these fucking trekking poles were just driving me insane, man. I was ready to just throw them in the bush and leave them behind. And I thought, okay, whatever, I'm going to stop. I'm going to fold these things up and get rid of them, because they're working against me rather than for me. It is nice. Like,
I guess it depends on the terrain.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's part of it. But I'm going to put one in my pack. That I just don't think I'm going to use it enough to really justify having both of them. And I don't know. It's one of those things.
Yeah, I actually ordered a pair of Lucky cork lights, so those are coming in. Stuff like that. Just try to find some old, like 1 or 2 year old, like somewhere that has stock of like old shit, and order that for half price. That's what I found. I found a pair of those for like $70 or something.
Nice.
Which, I mean, that's not pennies, but it's better than buying a $200 set of trekking poles.
Yeah. Yeah.
The ones I was using were Costco specials, which I think are actually plastic. So I just don't want to.
I've got those too. If
I'm going to use a pair of trekking poles, I want to make sure they can support me if I've got like a goat in my pack or something.
Well, hopefully,
if I have to lean on them, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, that's really the only thing, is like just a slight bit of concern really about this leg situation, and I really have no idea where the hell this comes from, but it's extremely frustrating.
Yeah. Anything else you're thinking about? We got to line up a call with Garrett sometime soon here.
Yeah, just talk about it.
Yeah,
get on the map out.
Yeah, exactly. We've got spots figured out, and I just can't wait to get on that plane.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a whole other experience. I just got off a bunch of planes. I went to Detroit, like we mentioned, for work there, and I was on 3 planes going there and 3 planes back.
Yeah,
and just a grind of it's hard to fly in there from where we are, but
yeah, man, I went to Cody, Wyoming. How long ago was that?
Oh yeah, it's a tough one too. Reno's tough too.
Yeah, but it took me 12 hours to get there.
Holy shit.
Yeah, or more. No, it was 12 hours.
Which would be like a 2-hour direct flight?
So it was it was Kelowna. Yeah, exactly. So Kelowna to Vancouver, Vancouver to Edmonton, Edmonton to somewhere in Colorado, and then Colorado
Denver?
to Denver. That's a crazy airport actually. And then Denver to Cody. 12 hours.
Crazy.
I could have flown to Europe.
Yeah.
Nuts. There's just no direct flights there.
So so you get stuck in standby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to the airport. My first flight was going to be Edmonton, and that one was delayed. So I got totally rerouted through like 3 different cities that I wasn't supposed to go to, which was great. Like I ended up on a big Delta flight from Seattle to Detroit, and it was all good. But like, I don't get, people want to sleep on an airplane, and I was on like, there's 3 rows on the left side and 3 rows on the right side, right? Like a pretty big plane. I'm sitting by the window, and this lady is sitting in the middle, and she keeps falling asleep. Like, I don't know if she took a hit of Ativan or what before she got on the plane, but there was no way she was staying awake, and she wasn't falling asleep back. She was falling asleep forward.
Oh, geez.
And then she was swinging her head to the left all the time. So her head was like always hitting my shoulder, and I was like, it was frustrating me. I don't know if it's just me. I find that stuff extremely frustrating. I'm like,
gotta stay in your own space, man.
Yeah, because like to me, I'm like, considerate of other people's personal space because it's already a cramped area.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of giving her like the shoulder shrug like every 5 minutes as I'm trying to watch my movie,
Jesus.
which I watched Solo, the climber movie.
Oh, cool.
Which was sweet.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just think like what they should do in a plane is if you want to sleep, it's fine, but you should have to hit this button on your armrest where this bubble like surrounds your whole chair, and you can't like
you can't flop around.
You can't cross that barrier.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Because now it's my responsibility to make sure she's like,
yeah,
not leaning over everybody.
Fuck.
It's like, oh man, this is a 4.5 hour flight, and she's asleep in like the first half an hour.
She took some Ativan for sure.
Yeah, she took something.
Yeah,
what's the other one? Melatonin or something?
I don't know. But yeah, anyways, going back to flying, I think it's only going to be like a 45-minute flight or something like that. So,
we were planning on sleeping at the lake the first night, right?
Yeah.
One, because you have to wait a certain amount of time when you fly in to hunt, but also
just get our bearings a little bit.
Yeah, get our bearings. And also there might be a sheep pretty close to the lake, is what we've heard from a number of people. So there's no point like, getting out, blowing by everything without having a look. And then
yeah, it's funny. I was talking to a guide. I don't know if I mentioned this already. Whatever, if I did, who cares? But he was saying that he was sheep hunting similar area, not too far from where we're planning on going, and it ended up being busier than he had hoped. So it's like, whatever, we'll just go back down to the lake and kind of regroup. And that they ended up shooting a sheep right by the lake, not too far from there, because there's so much pressure everywhere else. Because everyone's just like, we need to get away from the lake, right? Because that's what you do. You want to get out there and climb. But they I think they actually might have got 2 sheep not too far from the lake. So something to think about. Yeah.
I would take that. The other thing is there's an outfitter cabin nearby, which is like that holds true to most of these spots.
Absolutely,
but, I think we should stop in and say hi.
I think so.
We're personable dudes.
I hope so.
I think Garrett is too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Garrett's probably the one we'd send in first.
Probably.
Because he's like the most personable, I would say.
He was like that when we were kids, man. He would just go to like chat up strangers and shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, like we're happy to talk to folks, but we kind of take the more, I would say, shy, kind of quiet approach, whereas Garrett's just like
always right in there.
Oh yeah. We'll send him in as our ambassador.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll be best friends in 5 minutes. Cool.
Yeah, man. So
you didn't apply for LEH?
Oh yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. No, I didn't, because got a lot of travel booked for the hunting season. So we got the sheep hunt booked. Obviously, that's number one. I'm hoping that's going to be pretty epic, and hopefully we'll come home with something. Sounds like we're going to do the blacktail hunt.
If we don't, it's still going to be epic.
Yeah, we've got the blacktail hunt. Sounds like that's going to happen again this year. That'll be in November.
Are you coming on that? I thought you weren't.
Yeah, I'll be back. So I'm going to Chile and Argentina. I'll be back for 2 days, and then I'm going to hop on the blacktail hunt. I'll be back just in time. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And I already told Ashley that as soon as we get home, I'm packing for a hunt. She's like, okay, whatever. Do whatever you want.
Yeah. I mean, well, especially that one. Like, you don't get that opportunity all the time to go on a sailboat to the island and hunt blacktail.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm pumped for that.
I can't wait to bring you along on that.
And it's good people too.
Oh, they're the best. Yeah. So that'll be good. And then, man, I really just want to get a mule deer around here. And there's always an opportunity for elk. There's elk around and stuff like that too. So I'm going to focus on mule deer and even black bear in the fall too. So I just thought, whatever, man, there's lots of cool opportunities. I don't want to apply for something and get lucky on like a once in a life. I probably could have done it anyways, but I'm like, fuck, I might not be here. There's other stuff, films and that going on. That there's lots of things kind of with question marks as far as projects and that go. But anyways, I just thought this year's not the year to apply for a bunch of stuff, especially because we got such a cool hunt coming up. So it's like, whatever. It's not like I don't have stuff to look forward to. We got 2 really cool hunts planned and lots of stuff to do around here. So what did you apply for?
I did the standard 4 species. I didn't do moose. Although I was thinking about it just for around here. Like you said, I don't know. One is elk, which is a cow elk, and that's central BC. So that one I apply for all the time, and the reason I apply for that one is because usually late season,
right?
So it's usually
I think I know where that is.
Yeah, it's the
couple
sheep
hours
hunt
from here.
Yeah, it's not really like impacted by the sheep hunt at all.
Yeah.
Depending on how the fall goes, it might be nice to have
Is it
that
in
outtake.
January?
No, I think it's November, December,
Oh, okay.
somewhere in there. If I don't actually have the dates up here, but the other one is mountain goat, which is going to be in the Okanagan region. That's like a 1 in a million.
Yeah.
And if it happens, fine. If not,
Do you know what time of year that one is?
no. I think it's
Useless.
October. I don't have the dates up on any of these. Mountain sheep, although I did look, right? Like if it was for first 2 weeks of September, I wasn't applying because we were just coming back from a 2 week.
Yeah.
So it had to be well spaced. And I think all these are beyond the September timeframe.
Cool.
Except the mountain sheep one. Can you imagine if we went stone sheep hunting and then came back right away and
Went sheep hunting
sheep
again.
went? So, which raises a question. Can you?
Oh, number?
Yeah.
I don't know, actually.
I don't think you can shoot 2 sheep regardless of whether you get the LEH or not, but we can look into that.
Yeah.
So if I pull a mountain sheep tag in like our area, I might not be shooting up north.
Hold on. Let's pause for a second. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. We had to, first of all, refill on beer. Kelly, what's this one?
Driftwood Brewery again.
Yeah. Do I have the bottle?
You have the bottle on your right.
Got to do your job. This one is Old Cellar Dweller. What does that say? Barley wine style ale. I'm going to say that again. Barley wine style ale from 2018. That's cool. This one's different. So this is interesting, man, because we never talked about this. When you go to the regulations and look up, say, deer, there's bag limits. So combined between regions and region specific. So you might be able to do, 1 in one region, 2 in another region, combine those as 3.
My first instinct is, and this is totally based not on finding the language in the book, but I would imagine you can only take 1 mountain sheep per year.
Yeah.
And I think that an LEH is an opportunity to hunt them in a certain area, but it's not a tag.
Right.
And if you're buying a tag to hunt sheep in northern BC and you get one, I don't think you can then buy a tag if you win the LEH and then shoot one down here.
Right.
Because they're all considered mountain sheep, whether they're bighorn or thinghorn, right?
Doesn't matter.
So that's my first instinct anyway.
Interesting.
And I can't seem to find, here we go, provincial bag limits.
You got it?
Mountain sheep 1.
There we go.
So that solves that.
Yeah. It's funny because there's all the things that you're familiar with that you hunt all the time. Sheep, we've never really, we sort of did once, but yeah.
You know what, though? I think there is an exception. And again, this is not confirmed. But if you apply for the early sheep,
yeah,
I think that's counted as a separate
season
one. But I'm not 100% on that either. Anyways.
Well, good thing we did our research for this episode.
The safe bet is provincial bag limits 1, so don't shoot more than 1.
Yeah. Cool. Well, now that we've solved that riddle.
That's like the ultimate, best case scenario anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Is like, I happen to have gotten a stone sheep up north, and I happen to have also drawn this tag that's a once in a lifetime
So
tag.
here's the scenario. We go up north, right?
Yeah.
And you've got an opportunity to do it here.
Yeah.
And we're sitting in front of
I wouldn't shoot.
Up there?
No.
Yeah.
Because I just don't think I would ever draw the tag down here again.
No, you never would.
At that point, I'm all in for this tag, right?
Right. So what is it, a goat hunt for you at that point then, or what?
Yeah. And then it's a sheep hunt for you guys.
Nice.
Which, I mean, I don't know honestly how that's going to work once we're up there anyways.
Yeah.
So we'll, it could be anybody's sheep really.
Well, we're going to draw, I think this is what we're going to do. We're going to draw straws the moment that we land.
First day. And then we'll just rotate.
And then we rotate.
Yeah. Based on, I'll bring a golf tee.
Golf tee?
Yeah.
For what?
Well, when you go golfing on the first hole, everyone stands in a circle,
Mm-hmm.
and then a guy flicks a golf tee, and it points to the person that's next.
Oh.
So that's who will find out who's next.
I was thinking grass.
Pulling grass?
Like drawing straws. Whoever pulls the shortest one is up first.
Yeah.
Or the longest one, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But if you want to bring your stupid little golf tee along with you.
I'll bring a big golf tee.
Nice. Cool, man. Well, this was a long, rambling episode.
Indeed.
Anything else you want to add before we wrap this up?
No, I mean, I'm going to continue figuring out how I can build a barricade between me and the person on the airplane. But
You work on that, patent it,
yeah,
and then sell it and retire. You can
And
just
then
sheep
we're-
hunt for the rest of your life.
exactly.
Bring me with you. We'll
Buy a little
buy a
cabin
float
up there.
plane, and yeah. Sounds good.
Learn how to fly it.
Excellent.
Okay.
Well, until next time.
Cheers.
Cheers. This episode of Rookie Hunter was brought to you by the Wild Sheep Foundation, Sitka Gear, and North Arm Knives. As always, it is hosted by Kelly Mullner and myself, Mike Peterson. It is recorded, edited, and produced at Mountain Stream Audio Productions in beautiful Kelowna, British Columbia. Original music written by the one and only Kelly Mullner with help from Graham Ord, Darcy Booth, and Chip Sleedermean. If you want to help us out, there's one thing you can do. You can go to iTunes or wherever you get your podcast from and leave us a 5-star rating and a review. And don't forget to subscribe. For more on the show, head over to our website, therookiehunter.com.